What if the story you've told about your life is an illusion of sorts? What if that deep, painful feeling of separation from being truly loved, truly enough, and truly understood and safe is simply a way of keeping you from the experience you're meant to be having here? What if there was a way to understand the construct of reality that could allow you to slip through into a truly, deeply meaningful life where you always have been loved, worthy, and known? I'm Allura Halliwell, and for the next half an hour, I'm going to take you on a journey of consciousness and show you how my radical awakening led me to a method that has had a life-changing impact on many. I'll take you through the 3 core wounds of humanity, which is a vital piece of this work, and help you to understand exactly how that wounding has kept you in a limited state. And at the end, I'll make an offer for you to come join me on this exploration of consciousness. I can't wait to let this unfold together. And I think it's vitally important that you understand where this level of consciousness is coming from, because it's not something that I've studied. It's not something that someone else has taught me. It's come from a direct relationship to source. It's come from my own unique radical transformation. And the gift of this transformation is that I'm here to support your awakening process. Because most likely you're one of the sensitive beings, an old soul, who is here to make a true impact, is here to experience a life filled with love, potential, purpose, connectivity, abundance, and an amazing level of knowing about what your human experience is about. So for you to understand where this has come from is going to help you to understand the value in which I'm bringing, because to live it is very different to studying it. Let me begin by telling you, 7 years ago, I was not awake in my life. In fact, I was living a huge amount of dysregulation, a huge amount of stress, and really a huge amount of unconsciousness, because I was trapped. I was trapped in my existence. I was a mum of 3. I was busy. I was living with a highly dysregulated partner. I was running around trying to make everything work out for us, whilst constantly feeling disconnected, separated, wanting to numb out, wanting to drink too much, eat too much, scroll too much to survive. And then friends invited me to a meditation retreat, and I thought, what a great way to go and have a break. What I did not expect was what happened next. Whilst at this retreat that was hosted by a globally recognized leader in the spiritual world, I experienced a radical out-of-body experience. But before I dive into sharing more about the consciousness method and the 3 core wounds, I want to suggest that maybe you're a seeker too, and maybe you've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of energy trying to find the answers to your problems, to your trauma, to your challenges, to your limitations. And I want to honor you for going on this journey, for being one of the humans that is here to awaken in this time, because it's complex and it's really critical, and it's important that you get supported to find the way that suits you. And there is one part of change that I've found after working with hundreds of people, is that we may want change on this top level, but there's a deep part of us that unconsciously fears change, that is uncertain about what will come in the unknown, what that will mean for our relationships, our jobs, our experience of life, what we will be asked to do if we fully step into the alignment that comes with knowing ourselves deeply. And then there's another fear that, what if this doesn't work? What if this is just like some other modality that you've tried that has given you a surface level experience of some shift or change, but has actually failed to shift the core mechanics of your reality? Well, all I can say is that the consciousness method is not a modality that works on this level. It's the deepest level of our existence that we want to focus on. Because I know myself, when I tried to heal, I tried to evolve through trying countless different modalities and finding at each and every one, there was a limitation. There was a point where my understanding of how to heal was blocked or limited because it didn't go deep enough to understand the interface with myself and the reality. So I get it, and your concerns are valid. So just allow them to be here, and let's just explore a little bit more, and you'll feel the alignment or resonance. This is not about you doing something out of desperation or hope that it's going to be radically different for you. It's actually doing it because you can feel an alignment to this path. And as you do that, you take control. You're not the victim. You're not the one that needs to be led or healed. And I'm definitely not here to do that. I'm just here to offer a pathway for you to walk if you feel aligned. One thing I will suggest, though, is that you may be living in an invisible prison when you feel that the confines of your reality are almost closing in on you. It's like time and time again, the loop of your experience just keeps ticking over. And you try to find a little out, but it almost drags you back in. And there's actually a mechanism that underlies that experience, and it's connected to duality. And we go into that in the course. But for now, I just want to offer that you might be able to feel where that pull takes you from living this life where you kind of take control and you're confident that you can make things different. And then all of a sudden it flips and you find yourself back in the same place that you were last year or the year before. And maybe the characters change and the scenery changes, but it feels the same. And this is because our energy is working in fractalizing patterns of repetition. It's not your physical reality that's the problem. It's the deeper undercurrent of your energetic commitment to how you show up in the reality that causes these loops. And because we don't look there, because that's often in our unconscious realm, we stay on this high level of looking at how we behave, how we think, how we feel, but we don't look at the deeper layer of energy and consciousness that underlies the whole thing. So what I find is when people go deeper, they're going to see the unconscious commitment to the separation from themselves, the energetic separation that causes them to fractalize and repeat by using their energy to try to survive their reality. And this looks like, from each of the different wounds, a different way of putting your energy outside yourself to create a pathway that gives you an illusion of safety, but actually is causing you to be in a state of energetic abandonment. And when you're in energetic abandonment and you're in survival and you're in commitment to everything outside of you, your capacity to be in the creatorship role of your life is severely diminished. And I see it time and time again. Successful businessmen and women that are struggling with a lack of validation and a lack of meaning and purpose in their work. I see people in relationships that are staying in these dysfunctional patterns or codependency or continually feeling single and isolated because their deep levels of abandonment and their feelings of being unloved are running the energetic show. And people that are constantly studying, constantly seeking information, constantly trying to get some kind of understanding about the matrix and life, but still feeling like they have no idea what's going on, or potentially feeling increasingly unsafe. Like it doesn't matter what they do, they never have quite enough money, they don't have quite enough health, they don't have enough experience to get them where they need to go. So they're feeling this deep sense of instability. It doesn't matter which wound you have, they're all about energetically surviving your reality. And when you keep doing that and you don't understand where your energy is going, it's siphoned out of you and you feel helpless. You feel like a victim to reality. And no one's actually a victim or wants to admit they're a victim, but that's the feeling, that's the felt sense. Why does this keep happening? Why am I at the mercy of this experience? And this is where we want to understand the mechanism of reality, the interface. How are we showing up in our energetic design that causes these patterns to go on repeat? And what I absolutely love about what has come out of this method is that it's really about your sovereignty. It's about you knowing that you are the true healer of your life. It's the path to walk to recognize your own power. It's multidimensional. It's not just focusing on healing here, this timeline. It's healing all timelines through time and space. It's source orientated. So we're going into a state of wholeness that is so comprehensive that no fracture, no limitation, no program can touch that. This consciousness is so profoundly connecting and enlightening. And I've seen time and time again, people move from this disempowered state to being the creators of their reality, to being the true conduits of their own reconfiguration of their experience. And this is what I want to offer you. So through my journey, there were 12, I suppose, processes or key understandings that really helped me to reorientate my whole existence. And I just want to briefly mention some of the core processes. The first one is energetic reclamation. When you realize how much you have abandoned your energetics, how much the current of you is flowing in to supporting a reality around you that is not in alignment, your reclamation of your energy becomes primary. It becomes so powerful. Secondly, do you know that your pain is your ultimate liberator? When we move pain from trauma and suffering into being a portal of self-discovery and liberation, oh my goodness, it's game on. The miraculous shifts, the miraculous energetic repatterning, the miraculous reality redesigning that comes from that portal always astounds me. And it's so phenomenal that as a species, we have not been taught this yet. But this pain being a portal is such a fundamental piece of this journey. The core wound concept, which we're going to discover a little bit more coming up in this experience, it really gives you a gateway and a path to understand how you've designed the limitation, the separation, and the ongoing repetition of what you think you need to do to stay safe. This unloved, unworthy, unknown wounding just keeps giving us such a gateway into a very deep understanding of ourselves. Evolution has become destiny. When we say that, it means that every single thing that has ever happened to you has been beautifully orchestrated for you to go on an evolutionary experience. When you begin to see this completely and comprehensively, you no longer feel like a victim. And when you actually have the tools and the method to coherently walk through any challenge, any limitation, any stagnation, you then feel like you're in the driver's seat and you're like, bring it on. Whatever comes in my existence is actually facilitating my evolution. And when you know that as your truth, nothing in this dimension is here to stop you. Everything is here to evolve you. Your timeline, your perception of your past moving to your future is completely up for reorientation. It is not fixed. It doesn't even work like that. Time is completely malleable. You will be able to access a multi-dimensional awareness whereby you do not have to deal with your past or project that into your future, where the now becomes a tremendous gateway for all of the experiences that have come before in your mind and all of those that are coming in the future. You collapse those in and use the now as a profound gateway to all places, all times, all timelines. And then you realize how you create those timelines, because now is the most potent place for you to exist. Next, reality becomes a mirror. Wow, this is an exciting one. When we see everything around us as being a reflection of the projection that comes from within us, we no longer go, oh, our thoughts are creating our reality. No, we realize we're the quantum creators of our reality. And when that happens, you get so much access in every moment, taking any information that's outside of you, any relationship, any experience, good, bad, ugly, and you take that and you reorientate within. And from that reorientation, you move into the next level of your being. All reality is doing is reflecting you, not in your thoughts, but on something way deeper, your energetics, your consciousness. And when we know how to move those, life takes on a phenomenal shift. Truth versus illusion. Oh, I love this one because when you begin to understand that probably 80% of your experience will come from an illusion-based perception of reality, it's a game changer. When you know how to move from illusion to truth and you have a direct, conscious relationship with your reality, you then get to move the pieces. If you're acting out of illusion, how can you actually make a conscious change? You can't. So when we move from truth into truth, from illusion, you're going to feel this deep sense of relief, and you're going to be so astounded at how you've perceived the physical things in your life as being a certain way, and how we can completely shift the perception of those like that. Finally, the in-between space. This is a slice of reality that's really unexplored. And I will show you how it is the core transformational field between your wounding and your wholeness, between your disconnection and your connection. We never want to move in duality, from feeling unloved to loved, unworthy to worthy, unknown to known. We want to rest in the middle because you need to completely collapse your whole commitment to that pattern before we can create something new. Otherwise, you're going to bypass and be on repeat. This is just the beginning of the concepts I teach. There are so many more and we go so deep. So if this kind of experience is what you're looking for, if you're looking for the deeper levels of understanding, you're in the right place. So you might be asking, well, why, Allura? Why are you doing this? If you've transformed your life so radically, why are you spending this time to help others? And to be honest, I don't have a choice. This is exactly why I've awakened, because my mission, my mandate from Source is to be a conduit of this consciousness, to invite you to experience this consciousness for yourself and to claim it for yourself. And to be honest, there's nothing that I would choose to do than this, because the deep levels of completion that come in the whole biosphere of the humans that do this work is so impactful that it's changing the trajectory of humanity. This work is transformational on the deepest levels. So for me to have the great privilege of bringing this consciousness to you is everything I could ever dream of. Now, some of you might be asking, well, how do I know if this is going to work for me? And what I want to say to you is that it can't not work for you, because you will be making it work for you. You're the one that is going to take this, metabolize it, test it, see how it works, challenge it, evolve through it, and then come out the other side. You're not going to be spoon-fed, but what you are going to be is so deeply supported that you will have no choice but to shift, because I will see you and witness you as the whole Source creation being you are. And I will guide you and support you and scaffold you from where you are. So in the human design, we have consciousness, and then we have the unconscious parts of us that inform us. If you don't have a direct reflection to where you're operating unconsciously, you can be the most conscious being on this planet, that you will still be informed by something you can't see. So my job is to reflect to you where your blind spots are and to scaffold you gently with your nervous system, your emotional system, your thought system, your energetic system into a new way of being. So this means direct contact, direct support. This is not some mass program where you get lost in the crowd, because for me, that would not fulfill this mission. If you don't get exactly what you need to transform, then there's no point. So know that you will be scaffolded, supported, and nurtured every single step of the way. And I have a beautiful podcast called the Consciousness Method Podcast, where you'll hear individuals speak of the depth of this support over and over and over again. So let's be honest. What kind of transformations have I seen? Well, I've seen people that have been on antidepressants for most of their adult lives process their pain so thoroughly that they no longer need them, that they come alive in their life. I've seen people that have been estranged from parents or children for an extended period of time radically repair those relationships and enter into a conscious experience where they see things from a totally different lens. I've seen people leave their soul-crushing jobs and really orientate deeply into their purpose and begin to live a life that is, wow, beyond their wildest dreams. I've seen people come into full ownership of their financial experience and begin to transform the deep levels of lack in their energetic system and create a level of abundance and freedom that means they feel completely supported and held. I've seen a range of parents that have had the most troubling experiences with their children find a deep level of understanding, and that understanding has healed the relationship, the child, and the parent. I've seen so many transformations, there's almost too many to remember, but in every single one, there was something that each of them held in common. They had the drive to change. They had the belief that something was possible, and they committed themselves to this work. This work isn't a magic bullet. This isn't something you just download and you become overnight. This is a commitment to a consciousness. This means your active involvement is necessary. And if your wounds have been hard playing out in your life, if they've been torturing you, then this is the kind of work you need, because you don't deserve to live like that and you don't have to. So if those deep, deep existential feelings of being unsure if you're loved and connected here, of being unsure if you're enough or can ever receive the completion that you're looking for, or the deep sense of feeling kind of unsafe, uncertain, or unknowing and misunderstood, if any of those are alive in you and you want to embark on deep change, then maybe there's something here. Now, if you're beginning to feel some part of you is feeling called to do this work, I want to honor that part of you. And in a moment, I'm going to offer you how we could potentially work together. And of course, I trust in the alignment. So if you feel it, explore it. And from there, you'll know the pathway that's available. But before then, I want to dive more deeply into the wounding. I want to offer you a couple of minutes of deep exploration for you to get a better understanding of how your wound has been running your reality. And now we're going to take a moment to journey together in a different way. I invite you to find a comfortable space, and in a moment we'll close our eyes. And instead of processing with our minds and our senses, we're going to turn all awareness inwards and sink into the inner information that is available in the portal of your body. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to invite you not to think about your core wound, but to simply feel in your body where you have a sensation that arises in response to the sentences that I am going to share with you. These sentences are reflections of the wounding, and you may feel some very strongly in the body, and others you may not feel at all. It's just about open, honest inquiry into what is alive within the system of your body, and consciously meeting that sensation with full awareness. So I invite you now to close your eyes, and we'll begin by taking some long, slow, deep breaths into the body. Breathing your energy all the way down to the soles of your feet. Breathing your energy in through your legs. Breathing your energy between your hips into the base of your spine. Breathing your energy into your organs and up into your heart space. Breathing the energy down into the shoulders as you drop the tension and feel that energy flowing to your fingertips. Breathing the energy into your neck and throat and into the release of the jaw. Breathing your energy into your mind. I now invite you to bring your senses into the internal domain of your body, moving to inner sensing, inner awareness, inner consciousness. And I invite you to feel, just with presence and awareness, what happens in your body as we move through these parts of the wounding. The unloved wound. You are highly self-critical. You put everyone's needs before your own. You apologize for having opinions or taking up space. It's challenging for you to receive a compliment. You change yourself to fit into what you believe others want. You isolate yourself when you feel vulnerable. You overstay in situations where you're treated poorly. You deeply fear abandonment. You question love and whether it's real. You worry about being left out. You feel like you are too much for people. You avoid getting close because it feels risky. You fear being alone more than anything else. Take a breath into your body and simply sense where the unloved wound lies within you. And now I invite you to feel the sensations these sentences bring into your body around the unworthy wound. You work obsessively to prove your value through accomplishments. You create problems when good things happen to you. You agree with others to avoid conflict or disapproval. You need everything to be perfect to feel safe. You minimize your successes and focus on what went wrong. You equate your self-worth with how productive or impactful you are. You feel like you're fooling everyone about your capabilities. You constantly compare yourself to others and feel lacking. You avoid new things because failure feels catastrophic. You feel exposed and vulnerable when people notice you. You sabotage opportunities because you don't feel ready. And you brace yourself for criticism in every interaction. Take a deep breath now and feel where the unworthy wound sits in your body. Where is the sensation and how does it feel? And now I invite you to become aware of the sensations that arise in your body around the unknown wound. You need others to agree with you to feel secure. You explain the same thing multiple ways, hoping to be understood. You watch for signs that people are judging or dismissing you. You shut down when you feel like no one is listening or watching. You may imagine worst-case scenarios and prepare for disaster. You try to create safety by having plans and backup plans for everything. You research obsessively before making any decisions. You second-guess your intuition and ask others what to do. You feel anxious when you don't know what's going to happen. You need routine and predictability to feel comfortable. You collect information and study more, hoping it will make you feel more secure. Take a deep breath now and feel where the unknown wound lands in your body. Bring full consciousness to the sensations. I now invite you to bring awareness to everything that is alive within you. And simply expand your consciousness to hold a space of connecting to the sensations, the thoughts, the emotions, and the memories attached to these 3 core wounds. I invite you to witness that your connectivity to this consciousness is the first step in being able to shift this internal reality. I invite you to bring a deep sense of safety into the body, that these wounds are simply gateways of greater connection to the source of you. Breathe safety into the body. Apply more consciousness to the patterns of your wound. Witness that these wounds are portals back to the source, back to connection, back to the wholeness of you. And when you are ready, honoring the consciousness you have simply brought to your internal being, I invite you to slowly bring awareness back to the room, back to your physical location, and take a deep breath and open your eyes. This identification of the wounding within your body is the first step in the journey to your wounds becoming the portal to your wholeness. So which wound do you feel is running your life? And it's very possible that you will have multiple wounds intertwined together, and we go into that deeply in the mentorship. So now I just want to offer you a deeper understanding of what is involved in the mentorship. It's deeply intimate, it's incredibly thorough, and it guarantees that you will shift consciousness. So the way it's structured is you get 12 weeks of the unique content, 12 processes that work with the quantum field of infinite potential to understand how to truly shift your reality. And most importantly, you get me by your side in your pocket every single day. That's right. Anything that triggers you, any thoughts you have, any overwhelm you're experiencing, you are able to share, and every day you will receive an understanding and a scaffolding of your reality to support you to get real, deep, lasting change. I'm not here to play around, and I'm not here to promise something that does not deliver. This is true, deep, revolutionary change that is on offer. And just for the next few moments, I'm going to offer just a selection of some of the beautiful humans I've worked with. You might not see yourself in one of these beings, but trust me, there's no challenge that cannot be overcome with this method. So just relax for a couple of minutes and just allow these incredible humans' transformations to wash over you.
Well, I'm Rebecca, and the mentorship changed my life in every single way possible. So it was the beginning of a new me that I didn't even know existed. Working with Allura is fabulous. It's like working with your friend, your guide, like working with love, even though sometimes it's very tough. It's so supportive. She's like a reflection of what you need to see that's inside you. That's gentle and powerful and empowering. She's wonderful. As someone who's considering the mentorship, just do it. Just do it. It's the resistance that you're feeling is the exact reason why you should be doing it. It'll change your life. It's not like anything you've ever done before. You can read the books, you can do the work, you can know the work, but do you know the work? Is it really landing in you? Is it sitting on a cognitive level that hasn't really hit your heart? Allura just knows how to bring it in so you can embody and be the work, be the love.
Hi, I'm Krista. The mentorship changed my life in a significant way. Allura just has this way of showing you, she showed me that I was stuck in this loop and I was trying to seek external validation. I was trying to seek everything like love validation, worthiness from the external, and Allura showed me that this was causing a fracture in my being, and by focusing all of that inward and giving myself that love, that worthiness and everything like that, it made me feel whole and it healed me, and that magically just changed everything from the external world.
How was it to work with her?
Oh, it was just magical, really magical. She just has this profound way of knowing exactly how to show you what your core wounds are and how to access them.
And what would you say to someone considering the mentorship?
I would say it will change your life. It's honestly, it's one of the best things that I've ever done. It's really changed my life. All my relationships have just changed just from doing the work inside. And you do the work inward, and then you just notice that magically all these relationships around you are just changing and everything's becoming so much better. Like the reality is being reflected from all of the work that you're doing inside.
Okay, hi, my name's Elaine. I've been working with Allura for the past 6 months, and it's been amazing. So she's really helped me understand what pain is and what life is. And she helped me navigate my relationship with my family, my relationship to my friends and to myself, most importantly, and given me the tools to deal with whatever life throws at me.
What is it like working with Allura?
It's very supportive. So one of the things that I didn't realize was so helpful was the fact that during the mentorship, she's available to you as any time when the trigger arises for you. So anything that happens, and I'm on text with her and we're working through it live, and that was so important to me that now I wish I have it for life.
And what would you say to someone considering the mentorship?
Just do it. People spend money all the time, big amounts of money on material things, and this is a pinch in the ocean for something that will make you so much happier and much more alive.
My name is Desanka. The mentorship changed my life irrevocably for the better. I felt that I was missing a piece of feeling in full freedom within myself. Freedom to express, freedom to love, freedom to be loved. There were just some missing pieces there that I had felt I had worked on so hard over the years to attain, but I hadn't quite got there. And the mentorship helped me uncover so much of that, starting with the sovereignty of my own energy and the practical method of how to actually bring my energy back to myself. That was the starting point for me. I started with a retreat with Allura, so that was my entree into her work. And from there, I signed up to do the mentorship, and it was the best decision I ever made. Working with Allura is like having the greatest friend you could ever imagine by your side 24/7 throughout the entire process. It's quite magical because you never feel alone in the process. There's a lot of deep pain that you face through the process. It's really deep inner work. It's difficult work. It can be incredibly painful. It can feel like your world's ending. quite literally sometimes. So it's very difficult. So to have that person with you, Allura is just there, and she knows how to support you. She knows the words to say. She's walked this path herself, and so she has the practical knowledge of it as well. So it's extremely beneficial to have her by your side and guide you through it, and know that you're going to be okay. If you're considering the mentorship, I would have no hesitation in saying that you will come to see it's the best decision you will have made in your life.
Hi, my name is Demetra. I did the mentorship with Allura about 2 years ago, and the way that it's changed my life is that I'm living more authentically now, closer to my own inner wisdom. So I've stopped questioning so many things and listening to other people's opinions and just living closer to myself. Working with Allura is quite an experience. I've never experienced anybody like Allura. She really gets to the heart of the matter very quickly and basically gets you to see the illusions that you've been living under, and you can just see the truth behind all of those things. And that is very liberating. For anybody considering the mentorship, my 3 words, just do it. You will not regret it, and you just won't know yourself after the mentorship. It is just an absolutely incredible experience. Just go for it.
My name's Jenny. Working with mentorship has changed my life just by bringing more awareness to all aspects of my life, and particularly the sticky points. The triggers don't seem to be bad things anymore. They're places where I can work and grow and evolve. Working with Allura is really enlightening. She's has this amazing capacity to be like a perfect reflection back to each individual, exactly where they're at, exactly with what they need, to offer a perspective of reality that is very evident but sort of closed to the individual because they're stuck in their patterns. So if you're considering doing the mentorship with Allura, I would suggest just do it, because there's nothing to lose. There's absolutely nothing to lose, and there's a whole lot of evolution that can take place. It gives me chills just saying that, actually. Yeah.
My name's Ariana. The mentorship has changed my life significantly. Working with Allura, I've really been able to do the work, the hard work sometimes, but necessary work of really digging deep into my patterns, my core beliefs, the way that I was projecting a certain reality outwards that was actually not the objective reality. And it's helped me to start being aware and breaking down those patterns that were holding me back in so many aspects of my life, and really were an imposition on me being happy and feeling free. Working with Allura is like having that amazing objective friend who instantly understands you, knows where you're going. She doesn't sit in judgment of you. She's just there listening and trying to decode what is really going on in your head. But always from a place of real compassion, empathy, care, concern. She's very invested in the outcomes for the people that she mentors. Like there's a genuine feeling that she wants the best for you, and that she's very committed to the process. And so working with her, it's honestly just that. It's like having that amazing, all-knowing best friend who can really guide you through the difficult parts of life. If you're considering joining, I really think it's one of those things where you've just got to dive in. You can't overthink it. It's one of those things that you just got to start. Starting these sorts of things is really scary. I myself was very apprehensive. It's not something I would have traditionally considered. I thought maybe this isn't quite right for me. I was unsure. But when you dive into it, you very quickly, from the very first meeting that you have with Allura, that you're going to get a lot out of this. You just know. It's, sometimes we spend so many times, time, energy, money, effort, doing things to make ourselves feel better when really
of all the things that I've done, this is the thing that's made me feel the best about my life. So yeah, don't overthink it, just do it.
Hi, my name is Daniela Haikova, and I've been working with Allura now for about 2 years. The mentorship changed my life. Well, how did it do it? It turned it upside down, shook it a little bit, and then reassembled the pieces all together to form something that's now complete and wholesome. I met Allura when I was going through a lot of pain in my personal relationship, and she really helped me to pull the pieces apart and then put it back together in a beautiful picture. Working with Allura is very easy. She's very flexible. She accommodated me a lot because I travel a lot for my work. So she was very flexible, and I really appreciated that. She's very kind, very loving. She's been amazing. What would I say to someone considering the mentorship would be just do it. It will change your life. You will feel whole, and you will feel the love for life again.
So it really should be clear now that the shift is deep. It's on a level of consciousness, but the shift in reality is what is astounding. Everyone is looking for love. Everyone is looking for some level of abundance. Everyone is looking for health, connectivity, purpose. And these things are the byproduct of this shift. And when you make this shift in consciousness, that will become the true purpose of your existence, to keep evolving here. Everything else will just flow naturally, and you will be astounded at how organic the process is when you begin to connect with this level of consciousness. I only work with a small group of people, so if this is something that is speaking to you, take some time to connect with me. You will know and you will feel aligned as we discuss and explore. I have long-term payment plans. The investment is going to save you tens of thousands of dollars over your life. It's all transparent. It's all on the page. There's no hidden fees or massive amounts of commitment on your part. It's just the opportunity for you to experience true change. I'm here for you. I'm here for the evolution. Sending you so much love and gratitude for spending this time with me, and I cannot wait to connect with you soon. Make the call now. Find some time, book in a time with me. Don't flick off this and think, oh, I'll do it later. Actually look at the diary and make some time now to discuss. You won't regret it. And of course, if you get on the call and you're like, actually, this isn't for me, I honor your evolution. This is not about selling into a program. This is about service. This is about me offering myself to support your evolution. So you'll know, and so will I. Much love, and I can't wait to connect soon.